everybody. This is Verna from Stampin' Notes, and welcome to Farm Fresh Cards. It's Wednesday, March 23rd, 2022. Wow, hard to believe March is almost over with. And I'm a little early today because I had to have some car work done, and I've got to go get it in a little bit. So
this is Verna from Stampin'.
Sorry, gonna mute my computer. So you can find me online at vernastamps.stampinup.net or stampinnotes.com, and on Facebook, of course, at Verna Mullen Stampin' Notes. So today, really, instead of doing a card, we're doing Easter baskets, and I am featuring the beautiful Pansy Petals Designer Series paper. I'm sure this is going to retire. We'll find out in about at 3 o'clock Mountain, 1 o'clock Mountain time, so 3 o'clock our time, the list is going to come out, along with that we get to see new products that are coming out in May, so that's pretty cool. There's 3 baskets. There's a small basket, and isn't the paper beautiful? And a medium basket, and the pansies and the leaves are part of that paper too. Yeah, all I did was cut that out. And this is the large basket. Isn't that pretty? And so I'm going to show you how to make these. I'm just going to make the large one today, but I will post some measurements for all of the different sizes. I wanted to make a large one using this beautiful fresh freesia gingham, but I had used all of that up. So I am using another piece, and it is this with all these pansies on it. I know it has a one-way pattern, which isn't the best for a basket because like on this basket, this is the back side, so the flowers are upside down. But to show you, but it's so beautiful. But to show you how to make this, I'm gonna use this because I ran out of that. And this is paper that I have here. Let me show you a little bit about what's in this. The front and, of course, the back side usually is a little duller or like with a plainer pattern. I think this is one of my favorite papers. That's the one we're going to do. This has leaves that you can cut out. This has the pansies that you can cut out and use. There's also a stamp set and dies. It's called the Pansy Patch Bundle. And that is, I don't know if that's going to retire or not, but you can get it for a little while longer as a bundle and save 10% on those. And the dies will cut out the little faces, as well as there's a lot of intricate dies in that too, leaves in that set. That will be on sale, or not on sale, but that may be retiring that set. I don't know yet, but we'll soon find out. Okay, so we have a piece of Designer Series paper that's 12 by 12, and I'm going to bring in my awesome paper trimmer. And this trimmer, as you may or may not know, it has the arm that extends out, and then it also has 2 blades on it. The cutting blade is a darker blade, and the gray blade is the scoring blade. So we want to score this paper. We don't need to cut it. And I'm going to score it on this side, and I'm going to score it at 4 inches. Right here, I'm going to place my paper at 4, and I'm going to use that gray blade. And with the Designer Series paper, you don't want to push very hard. It will tear the paper. I tore some earlier. I'll show you what I did to patch it up. And then we're going to go down to 8 inches here, right like that. We're going to score that. Okay, then we're going to turn this way, so we have the lines going this way also. We're going to score it at 4, just like that. and then 8. So we have a crisscross pattern. You probably can't see it very well. We've got lines this way and lines this way. We're going to move this paper trimmer out. Now I'm going to take my designer series paper and I'm just going to fold it on those score lines. I'm not going to burnish it with a bone folder because I suppose you could, but I'm afraid I'm going to rip it. The designer series paper is just not as heavy as cardstock. And we're going to go fold it on this. So now you can see the pattern better that we have here. I'm going to bring in my scissors, and I'm not using my snips. I want some long scissors, and I'm going to cut up on this first line here, right up to the first parallel, or the first horizontal line right there where it's scored. And I'm going to do the same thing here. Okay. Now I'm going to turn this, and I'm going to do the opposite, the same on the opposite end across from it. So I'm going to cut up to here, and then up to here. And I will post these measurements later, and a link to shop if you want to purchase the paper. All right, now we're going to take, oops, sorry, I'm going to do this way. We're going to fold this up, and we're going to take this end here and put a little bit of glue in this corner. And I'm using our Tombow glue. I just have it in a different container. And we're going to take it to the middle there, about where the middle is, and hold it a minute. All right, we're going to do the same thing here. Glue in the corner, hold it in the middle. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Glue in this corner. Hold it in the middle. I saw this, Ronda Wade made this, and she was the inspiration for this. I made up my own measurements for the smaller baskets. All right, so we want to reinforce that centerpiece. I've got something in there. Center square, and it's 4 by 4, so I'm going to cut a piece of basic white that's 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. Looking. Found it. All right, so there's my basic white. Bring in my trimmer again. I'm going to 3 7/8 will be this, between 3/4 and 4. It's this longer tick mark right here. And that time I used the black blade to cut that. I'm lining it up there again. Let's bring the basket back in and put some glue on the back of this. Also going on is that bloom sale. It's really cool because you can get the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine for 20% off. It's usually $60, so you can get it for $48. And then there's several stamp sets that are on sale. One is Pansy Patch that that I was talking about earlier. All right, so we've got our square in there to support that. And now I want to cut the handle. And I've got a piece of that beautiful freesia. And I'm going to use, actually, I probably should use, well, I'm going to go ahead and use it. I was going to say the yellow might be better to use, but I'm not sure. I have a piece that long. Let me see here. Oh, I do. Okay. That's what I'll do. So I'm bringing my trimmer again, paper cutter, and I'm just going to put it on 1 inch and cut the length of this because it's 12 inches and I want 12 by 1. And I am going to put my handle on the outside here like this. You could put it on the inside. Whatever you would like to do. And then turn it over here and do the same thing. Glue on the end here. This glue is super to use for a good bond. It takes a minute, just a few seconds to start to latch onto that paper, but once it does, it stays really good and holds really well. All right, so let's decorate our ends here. And I'm bringing in the Heart and Home doilies. Now, these doilies come in blue, I think Misty Moonlight, Basic Gray, and what's the other? Cinnamon Cider, which is a brown. And I'm going to use the back side, the white side. So I'm going to put some glue in the center of it. And actually, the next one I'll do our flowers on it first, but all right, so we've got that on there. Now those beautiful pansies that I've cut one of them out of that paper, and I can't find my snips, so I'm using these. I'm just gonna fussy cut that around. You could die cut it too. I don't mind fussy cutting. I know some people really do not like it. But I don't mind fussy cutting at all. This is a pretty simple project to make. You could even make it with your kids. If you would like a new annual catalog when it comes out, in the description, and don't forget to send it to my store and my blog, where you'll find all kinds of information and projects. All right, so I'm going to take, I think this peachy one, and I'm just going to glue this one down. I've already cut these out, kind of going like that. I'm bringing in the purple one here, and I'm going to put that one on with some dimensionals. Pop it up over the other one. Dimensionals are a foam that has adhesive on both sides, and it just makes things, pops your paper up or your die cut up and gives it a little more dimension. All right, so we've got those on there. Now, I've also cut leaves out of that sheet of the leaves. See how easy it is to use this designer series paper to make a beautiful project? It is so pretty and easy to use. And the leaves come in different shades of green, and I've got, I think, 3 different shades here. I want to move that over a little bit and down. And then I think I'll put a leaf at the bottom. And this one will slide under here. Let's get it under both. You can join me Mondays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for mystery stamping. That's fun. All right, so we got that side done. We'll come back and add ribbon in a little bit. And then we're gonna put a doily on this side. I love these doilies. They are so pretty. And we're gonna pop a pansy face on there. And then we'll add dimensionals to the back of this one. And pop that one over that one just a little bit. Pretty, pretty. Bring in our leaves. Gonna slide that one right there. Here's a dark green. All of Stampin' Up's cardstock and inks and papers coordinate. They're all made with the same colors to coordinate, which is awesome. Makes it easier to use, and the ink is the same way. Okay, so let's add some bows to this. Let's see, I think we've got this yellow handle, maybe the yellow gingham. And I usually make my bows while they're still attached to the spool, so I don't waste any. I can decide how long or short I want them. This loop needs to be tucked in right there. Okay, and glue dot. There. Let's turn this one over. The new little piglets are doing well. They were a week old yesterday. The mama pig is a really good mama. Lots of times the piglets get stepped on by the mother, and she is really careful about getting up. So that's a good thing. And see how easy it is to make this basket and fun. You can do it. If you ever had questions or want to ask me anything, you can email me at vernastamps@gmail.com. I would be glad to help you. All right, so let's look at our baskets now. We've got this one. That's a pretty big one. We've got, this is the other big one. And we have our two smaller ones. This one, I gotta put a bottom in that one. And this one here, it's cute. These would be cute for favors, even like a baby shower, you know. So this is the one that I ripped, scoring. You can see it right there, and I put a little tape on the bottom here. So you want to watch that with the designer series paper. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this. Stop by my blog, and if you need supplies, you can shop with me. The link will be below the video. And if you've enjoyed this, I always appreciate a thumbs up. Thanks so much, and I hope you have a great day. Take care.